Hi, my friends. How's everyone doing today? It's nice again today. Very peaceful, quiet. I love coming out here. It feels great. So, this is why you feel like you don't belong. It's like it's your soul memory. It's this nagging remembrance that you have it somehow. And this is something that it doesn't happen to everyone, okay? Especially in today's age where people have been programmed, conditioned, and brainwashed into oblivion to think that life is you come here, you're born, you go to school, you learn a bunch of useless stuff that usually doesn't help you in any meaningful way, in the sense of, you know, trying to think of the word here, thriving in life. Have you noticed how when you're in school and you're being educated, nobody ever teaches you about things like how to make a lot of money? Yeah, that's not part of the program. That's bad. They don't want people to know how to do these things because that would go against the whole machine, the whole system. They want everyone to be in slave mode, not thinking about the stuff that matters. They want everyone to be doing a 9 to 5 survival mode for eternity because that's how it works well for the people who run the game, for those who are in control. And it doesn't matter who it is. You get the point. But for some of us, there is this nagging feeling, and it will follow us through most of our lives if we never listen to it. Every once in a while it'll come back. There's got to be more to this. This can't be it. So if you feel like you don't belong or that something is missing, if you're one of those people that, what is that? Oh, I see that bird is making a nest up there. That's cool. Um, if you see that, if you feel that something is off, that's your soul reminding you. That's your inner calling. That's the voice of reason that I like to call, you know, reminding you. Nah, this whole thing is a charade. This is an illusion. Get out of it. Get out of it from an observer's perspective and then look at the big picture. Step out of the box for a minute and just look at the big picture. There is so much division in the world today. By design, by the way. That's all by design. For the most absurd, silly, and stupid reasons you can name it. You know, whether it is political views, and by the way, in case you haven't noticed, I don't talk about that kind of stuff here because that stuff is completely irrelevant. It's only relevant in this aspect, of the division thing. But it's whether, whether it is political views, religious beliefs, the whole race card that everybody likes to, play. Like, why something like that should even matter? We're all human. Why is it that your skin color should matter at all? Doesn't matter where you come from. We're all here experiencing the same thing. We've been here for a while too. But all these things are by design. All these things were put into place for a reason. And I made a whole video about this. I think I called it the divide and conquer or something like that, where I talk about these things. It's all distractions. So we never take that minute to stop and think for a minute and start looking at things from a objective, clear perspective. Because I can assure you, we did not come here to learn all these useless things that don't usually help you be successful in life. And then just, to have a job, whatever the job is, day in, day out, to keep a roof over our heads and then pay the bills and have food to eat and all these things. Yeah, you need these things in life, obviously. But sometimes I wonder how much better the whole world would be if people worked way less than they do today and they actually dedicated themselves to the things that they actually love. Not only about themselves, but life itself and the gifts that we were given, the gifts that we possess, the skills that we are prone to. We should all figure these things out. The faster the better, because once you do what you love, whatever that is, and you're doing it, from your heart, from your soul, you will make money out of it because you're aligned with what you're supposed to do. This is how the universe rewards those of us who actually, embrace whatever it is that we feel that we should be doing. Not what we were told, not what we were, wrongfully misled by, but what we feel deep inside. So I'm just here to remind you that, if you ever felt that you don't belong, that's the reason why. It's because deep down inside, you know that you're supposed to be doing something else, not whatever it is that you're doing right now. And if you're happy doing what you're doing, then it doesn't apply to you. Then you're fine. Keep doing what you're doing if you're truly happy doing what you're doing. But I've said this before, that one of the things that really helps us see things clearly and understand what we should be doing and how we should be treating ourselves is you got to be honest with yourself. You have to stop and honestly ask yourself these questions. Am I happy doing what I'm doing? Does this fulfill me? Is this is this is this what I should be doing? for the rest of my life. And time goes by so fast. And the only time you realize these things is when you have children, because then you see how fast time really goes by. Trust me. So don't waste your time. Use it wisely. Because that's the one commodity that is the most valuable thing in life. Most people today are wasting their lives, and so much of it is wasted on scrolling useless garbage on your phone, or whatever it is that people do, to spend time and escape from reality. Things like, video games. The list is long. It could be so many different things. And I get it why people do things like this. But you have to understand that the time that you're spending doing some of these things, and we are all guilty of that to some degree, some more than others, the time you're spending doing these things, is that bringing anything of value to your life that is actually improving yourself on a psychological level, on a physical level, on a health level, on a wealth level, and then most important of all, on a spiritual level? Because all these things that you're doing, that most people do every day, and like I said, we're all guilty of these things. If you used that time towards whatever it is that you're meant to be doing, I guarantee you that your life would be a lot better right now. And you would get out of that victim mode that everybody likes to be a part of. It's the victim club, right? Like, and the thing is, yeah, it, people blame themselves for things, and rightfully so, because deep down, on an intuitive level, they understand that the reason why they are in the place that they are, and they're going through the things that they're going through, is because it's their own fault. You can try and blame everything else and external factors, and to some extent there might be some things on the outside that are the things that are making you be in the position that you are today, whatever that position may be. But you have to understand that, and I also talked about this many times before, and I'll keep talking about it because it's always good to remind people, you have to understand that your outside world is a reflection of your inside world. It's a reflection of how you feel about yourself and how your relationship with yourself is. So, there you have it. That's how it works. It's never going to change. There are certain things that are, I would call them universal laws, rules, however you want to call it. It doesn't matter. It's just the way the universe works. And that's never going to change. So how you see yourself, how you perceive yourself, how you think of yourself, all these things, they will reflect on your outside world. And it's just the way it is, my friends. It's just the way it is. So if you're still reminding yourself every once in a while, or all the time, that there's got to be more to it, and that you feel out of place, you feel like you don't belong around these things, and you haven't done anything about it, now is the time. Stop procrastinating and start acting. and then just go from there. Follow your heart. That's a huge thing. Follow your heart. So I'm gonna leave this one here. I love you all. Never stop loving yourself. And I will catch you all on the next one. Take care, everyone.